Hello, nerds watching all over the internet. It's Friday night. You know what that means. Another exciting live edition of Wrestle Rewind. Yahoo! Another exciting Friday night to talk about all the great things happening in the world of pro wrestling. I'm talking matches, segments, title changes, historical pay-per-view events, returning icons, and one last ride for the old vets. Folks, I am your host, Jose Casabona, and I am also the host of the #1 show on our channel, The Ravens Flock. And joining behind the camera is the host of the Black Files, my type partner for Wrestle Wrewind, the man who puts in the hours behind all the videos on this channel every single week, Mr. Juan Arouse, the last real world champion.
What the I'm not John Cena!
Because
you can see me! I'm just not on camera. Thank you for that fine introduction, Jose. Don't you ever forget them, mister.
It's okay, Juan. Your last time is not now.
It better not be. I ain't fucking agreed to no retirement tour. Who the fuck you say is going to retire me?
Okay, but look at the plus side. You get to fight Cody Rhodes.
Cody Rhodes is a jacked up theater kid nerd.
You also get
with more American vodka in his system than any sane human being should have anything to do with.
You get to fight Randy Orton.
Okay, Randy Orton was a problem before he had his back injury. And now that he came back after it about a year or so later, and he jacked up by like 85 pounds or whatever, he's not just a problem, he is the whole fucking problem.
You get to fight CM Punk at Saudi Arabia.
I don't want to go to Saudi Arabia.
You get to fight Brock Lesnar.
No, Jose. That's just the Armored Titan.
You're right.
And Angel will try to climb on his back and try to ride him like a giddy-up horsey.
You get to fight your last match in December against Gunther.
Cut it out.
Oh. Like all our other shows, folks, we are simulcasting on YouTube and Kick. So make sure you hit the subscribe and the follow button. Click that notification bell for all our content. Leave your questions and comments below. We'll answer as many as we can. And if you wish to go above and beyond to support the Ravens Flock, then you can become an inner flocker. And for $4.99 a month, you'll have access to all the perks that comes with our membership. Juan, tell them.
For all the inner flockers we've got in our chat, and I know we have plenty, go ahead and show off those lovely membership badges and custom emojis, letting everybody know that you are here to help rescue the Ravens Flock from the clutches of late-stage capitalism to become full-time streamers. Since 2013, we've been working hard, staying strong, making your voice our mission. The only thing standing in our way now is the fact that we have to work 9-to-5 jobs just to keep our lights on. However, there is a way that you fine folks at home can help us avoid this dim and dismal fate, and that's by doing what you do best, which is supporting the Ravens Flock by liking our content and hyping it up, commenting both during and after the stream, making sure that that you especially comment afterwards, because that tells the algorithm that you like what you see and you want other people to see what you like. Also, to share our content across social media to all your friends, family, loved ones, and everyone who you happen to know who has an affinity for geek culture, nerd culture, pop culture, and everything in between. Why are you dealing out invisible cards? You are not a blackjack dealer. You need to be licensed for those things. How dare you? I am calling the Nevada Gaming Commission on your sad and sorry hypocritical behind. And I'm calling George Clooney because he would want his profession back. Most importantly, folks, making sure that you and everyone that you refer us to is subscribed to the Ravens Flock and that you hit the notification bell to stay up to date on all of our content so that you never miss a beat. The more people that you refer us to, the more subscribers we get. The more subscribers we get, the more inner flockers come out of it, and before you know it, we'll be completely self-sustaining to the point where we're no longer just doing this channel for the love of the game, but also as our livelihood. With your help, we can and will succeed. You also get access to members first and members only content, a special discount to our merch store, link in the description below, and you get access to all of us, the Ravens Flock, your favorite motley crew of nerds, here to make your voice our mission by providing us your thoughts, your input, your feedback, and your ideas to better shape the future of this channel to suit your tastes and needs. But pray tell, Jose, exactly what is it that we do here on Wrestle Rewind?
Well, here on Wrestle Rewind, we review 3 of the most exciting pro wrestling programs in North America today. That is WWE's NXT, AEW Dynamite, and TNA Impact. So the month of April is already off to a crazy start, and this entire month is going to be stacked with incredible wrestling event. After all,
Wait,
it is...
so Channing Lorenzo's going to be highlighted more?
No, not that kind of stacked.
Ah.
But because the month of April is, of course, the month of WrestleMania. Yay!
We got crazy, yeah!
That's right. This Saturday on April 4th, we have NXT Stand and Deliver over in St. Louis, Missouri. On April 11th, we have the TNA pay-per-view event, Rebellion, which is going to be fun. That's going to be on Saturday. Yeah, Saturday, April 11th. And Sunday, April 12th, we have AEW Dynasty. And, of course, we have the April 18th and 19th weekend of WrestleMania making its return to Las Vegas. Yes,
everybody likes a pooper. That's the reason we went back to the same gimmick twice in 2 years in a row. What the fuck were they thinking?
My guess is that TKO thinks that Las Vegas is like, yep, money. It's all money. Las Vegas is like the #1 tourist attraction of the United States. Tourist destination in the United States. So it's definitely a hot spot for lots of money, which is why they felt the need to hike up the ticket prices and black out any watch parties in nearby establishments.
Somebody better tell Dave Meltzer, because he's selling tickets to have a watch party of WrestleMania at his fucking hotel room or whatever the fuck it's doing. But he won't actually fucking go to the event. You know, he won't actually spend the money to get tickets, but he will bilk out of it.
Oh my god.
Because the best guy is Tony Khan!
All right, well, let's go ahead and get started. We're gonna talk about the go-home show of NXT. And this week's NXT, they return over to the theater at Madison Square Garden in New York City. Juan, ring that bell.
Don't mind if I do.
Oh, Juancho, we're returning to Madison Square Garden.
Hi.
No free feet, honey. Free feet.
So, as I said, this week's NXT takes place over at the theater in Madison Square Garden in New York City. Madison Square Garden, of course, one of the major cornerstone venues of WWE pay-per-view events.
It is the world's most famous arena. It is in the greatest city in the world. It is New fucking York. And if you got a problem with it, forget about it.
Exactly. And, of course, let's go ahead and talk about our opening match. Juancho, we start things off with a 6-man tag team match, playa.
Holla, 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 holla. Hey, TNA versus NXT. We got some more of that going on. Ish. The TNA World Heavyweight Champion, Carlos Santana. What ish is that about?
First of all, that's Mike Santana.
I said Carlos Santana, didn't I?
Yes, you did.
God damn it!
Get your head out of the jukebox!
No!
Anyways, the NXT tag team of OTM has enlisted the help of Mike Santana, who, by the way, is from the Bronx, New York, respect, to go up against Dark State.
Oh god, which members of Dark State are we dealing with here?
We have Osiris Griffin, Dion Lennox, and Saquon Sugars.
No.
Because Cutler James is currently out on injury.
No, I'm not. I'm sorry. Saquon. No, I'm still not over that name.
Nobody is. Nobody could take that name seriously.
I don't. I can't. How can you? How can anyone ask me to do such a thing?
Anyways, so on last week's edition of NXT, OTM called out Dark State, and the fans were treated to a video package from Mike Santana saying that he's going to be that since NXT is going to be in his home turf, he's going to be there to help out his boys. So here we go, 6-man tag.
All right, yeah,
of course,
there he is,
and of course the fans 100% come unglued and are happy, and they are solidly behind Mike Santana. Not the whole trio of OTM and Mike Santana.
Just Santana.
Just Santana. No disrespect to OTM, but of course he's gonna get the hometown treatment.
Yeah, he is. He's kind of a big deal. Also, he's the TNA World Champion showing up over here, so that's also kind of cool, you know, because like what the fuck.
Oh, of course, absolutely.
They're crossing the line, huzzay. Oh, Lisa Poo's in the chat. Hey up, Lisa Poo. Welcome to Wrestle Rewind. Hope you all are doing well. Popped in to say hi and show support. Thank you so much.
Really
Lisa
appreciate
Poo.
that.
That means the world to us. You're an inner flocker like a mofo. Unbelievable. Thank you so much for that.
All right, well, let's go ahead and continue on. Let's get over to the action. That's right.
Oh, shit.
Oh, boy, and Bronco Nima, man, the big powerhouse of the trio, is wasting no time. He heard about us talking shit about Taquan Sugar's his last name, and he decided to do something about it. No, but in all seriousness, no.
He basically said, the sugar ain't granulated enough. Smash.
Yeah, no. Bronco Nima, his size and his power, man, is incredible. Fucking awesome. The fans were loving it. The fans were doing great. And anytime that Mike Santana gets tagged in, the fans just freaking, get off on their seats and just shout really loud for the guy. Hello, Vicente Guerrero. Welcome to Wrestle Rewind. Hey, Flock members.
Here after missing the last 2 weekly shows. YouTube seems to totally forget about notifications. Yeah, YouTube's been bad about that. That's why we ask everyone, make sure you have your notifications on and keep your eyes on our schedule over here, because we do try to keep to it to the best of our ability. Thank you for joining us on Wrestle Rewind.
Thank you very much. All right, let's continue on with the opening match here. So, of course, OTM and Mike Santana got the early advantage here. And then, we get a big hoss fight that the fans enjoyed. We got big meaty men fighting back. You got the big meaty man in Bronco Nima going up against the big meaty man in Osiris Griffin with dreadlocks. Meat. They both have dreadlocks as a... Oh, yeah, that's right. His is Bronco's is just under a bandana.
Yeah, and they're smaller. And whereas
Osiris is all over the place.
Yeah, and they're thicker. They're bigger than Bronco Nima's.
Man, New York missed a boat. How the hell did we not get any meat chance during this exchange?
Okay, I know that it's not Otis. I know that it's not exactly Royce Keys,
or
Rusev. But goddamn, these guys are big. These guys are big, meaty men slapping meat. What the fuck? No, that's a thing, K-Storm. No,
let her have it.
She's just giving her giggity. Okay.
All right. After all, let's go ahead and continue on. And and that was awesome. Of course, and Dion Lennox, of course, the leader of Dark State. He is pissed off because of OTM meddling in their business. And when we got back from commercial break, Dark State takes control of the match, and they do their best to use the numbers game against the strongman in Bronco Nima. They wear down Bronco Nima long enough until Bronco Nima was able to fight against the odds, and he gets the hot tag to the TNA World Champion.
Spoosh.
Mike Santana, he's like a gunpowder that just went off and just exploded all over the place. He went into the ring, knocks down Dark State. He hits the rolling buck 50 onto Dion Lennox. He goes over to the top rope. Shades of Eddie Guerrero, Latino Heat. He hits the frog splash. Of course, Dion Lennox.
Sí se hace, vato.
But, of course, Dion Lennox was able to kick out after 2.
Oh, yeah, you need to put a little stank on that, vato. That wasn't hard enough.
All right, and then in the final moments of the match, Mike Santana was able to hit the spin the block finishing move onto Dion Lennox. He goes out and hits a tope con giro on the rest of Dark State, allowing OTM to hit their tag team finish to pin and win. Your winner of the opening contest, OTM, and the TNA World Champion, Mike Santana.
Very nice, very nice. All right, that's how you start a show. Get the blood pumping, get the people excited. A nice little hometown bump over here. You got a champion fighting from underneath. He comes out on top. The big guys do big guy shit. That's good. This is textbook shit.
It is, of course.
There's nothing wrong with doing it this way. More of this, please.
Of course, and this match alone is amazing. And it wasn't just Mike Santana that got the spotlight. Lucien Price and Bronco Nima, both OTM. These guys have definitely shown their development, their improvement in the squared circle.
Cool.
Yeah, everybody loves them. Everybody loves the good guys winning. Now let's get over to the exciting match of the night, and I'm really excited to talk about this. It is a NXT Tag Team Championship Tournament Finals, and whoever wins gets to challenge the NXT Tag Team Champions, the Vanity Project at Stand and Deliver. It is Los Americanos! Ole!
Oh my god.
Going up against the team of Birthright, the team of Uriah Connors and Stax.
Okay, so
Stax is the one with the hat on the bottom.
I know who Stax Lorenzo is.
Okay, good.
Who's the other fucking guy? I'm sorry.
Uriah Connors. He's the son of Fit Finley.
He does not look like Fit Finley at all. He must have grabbed like all of his mother's genes. This guy.
Neither does his brother Dave Finley Jr.
Really? I could have sworn Dave was like plucked out of Finley's ass.
Go ahead and look him up. Dave Finley, New Japan.
Let me. Okay, that.
Finlay.
Okay, Finley.
That's Fit Finley. Now look up David Finley.
There we go. Okay, no, but see, he's a little bit more gingery compared to fucking
Uriah Connors.
Yeah, Uriah Connors. Jesus Christ. Yeah, and like you can get away with him being a little bit more gingerish. And he's got a little bit more of a rougher version look of his dad, Fit Finley, but like fucking sorry, no, the weird porn stash on Uriah Connors does not fucking help. The goatee on David Finley, you know, this half beard, sort of like what you were rocking a long time ago.
Yeah,
that's okay. That you could still say, okay, that's an Irish superstar and he's kind of crazy. But the porn stash here that Uriah's rocking, no. I'm sorry. You see Lexus King plucked out of
Brian Pillman.
Fucking Charlie Dempsey
plucked out of William
Regal. Ariana Grace clearly plucked out of her aunt Santina Morella.
All right, but let's go ahead and talk about this. So
these two Oompa Loompa Americanos, Jesus Christ, help me.
They're amazing. They're fun. They're entertaining, and they're the tag team that I'm rooting for against those nepo babies.
All right, well, let's get this ball rolling. Oh shit.
Oh, yes. We start off, of course, with Bravo Americano and Uriah Connors. Bravo Americano, of course, running circles around his competition. Great in-ring work. He does a series of good lucha things, a bunch of takedowns. The fans are loving it. The fans are popping for the Americanos, especially with all those silly gesturing. And wait a minute.
In the chat, Vicente was saying, but if we got meat chance, then fans would have to suffer through a Sean Stasiak return. Always a guy in shape, but not a great wrestler, or usually even good. Decent on the mic. I still remember suffering through Test versus Meat on Raw, 7 minutes of light brawling and punches in the corner.
I got nothing negative to say about that. I was a fan of Test, and I'm sad that he passed away a long time ago.
That being said, yeah, you're not wrong though. I'm sorry, you got to take the rose-tinted glasses off. Wait a minute, that's just polarizing on the UV lens. Ha!
Yeah, fuck off.
Okay.
Also, Uriah Connors, if you want any facial hair tips, mutton chops are also a thing.
But they only work on certain people, and you're lucky you're one of them.
Oh. Why, thank you.
Oh, shit!
Of course, then Stax gets the tag, knocks down Bravo Americano with a series of running clotheslines, hits him with an incredible belly to back face buster onto Bravo Americano before going outside of the ring and partaking in how do we call this? A dance break. Yes. We see Stax, of course, showing off his dance moves, his salsa dance moves, and the TNA Knockouts World Champion, a.k.a. his fiancée, Ariana Grace, is oh so impressed. So they spend a little bit of dancing until Bravo Americano wipes out Stax from behind with a tope suicida and goes right behind Ariana. Totally not creepy at all.
No, like he gets right behind her and like as if they were still dancing, as if she was still dancing with her man. This thing is gigantic. What the fuck?
Oh my god!
Don't you love those little gags? They did that. Who was it? Shawn Michaels did that to who?
Melina.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah. When it was like Eminem. No, it was just John Morrison and someone else versus DX.
Yeah, that's right. And I think somebody else did that to Rhea Ripley a few years ago when she was in the Judgment Day.
Yeah, when she was in the Judgment Day, they did it to fucking Rhea like wiping out Dominic.
Yeah, I forgot who it was, but that was funny.
I'm sorry that we forgot exactly who it was who did those gags, but these kind of silly gags, it's fucking funny, okay? This shit is actually fucking, and it's clearly like a lighthearted fucking humor. It doesn't, not everything has to be a fart joke kind of thing. My fucking question is, why the fuck was Charlie Dempsey standing here and didn't fucking do nothing to her? Or didn't do it fucking like, Ariana, you mind turning around or something? Yeah,
you know what? That's a good point. What the fuck, Charlie Dempsey? Do you need landing lights to tell you to move in and save her?
Or like fucking like at least like Warner like whoa stop you gotta like or like try to get her. It's like, no, you gotta stop dancing, and she'd be like, no, this is my man, we're winning this match, baby, yeah. And then fucking I digress. Like a little extra involvement from Charlie would have been a nice little accent to this gag. Only because it just feels awkward that he's standing in the corner watching this happen and doing nothing. Now you see, like Rayo Americano is up in the other fucking corner over here. He's okay to stand because he's on the other side of the fucking ring. But fucking like Charlie's got no excuse. He's right fucking there in front of these clowns.
All right. So after that amazing dance debacle here, we continue with the action. Rayo Americano goes to work on Uriah Connors, hits an incredible crash landing in the middle of the ring, only able to get a 2 count. And then we get over to the match finish. These guys, we see Bravo Americano hoisting Stacks over his shoulder, and he does a spinning UFO slam, which is pretty much like the airplane spin, but with no hands.
Yo, that's some bruiserweight shit.
Nice. That's some bruiserweight shit indeed. And yep, go ahead and share the next one. Yeah,
okay. Yeah. Oh, yeah, I got the wrong one.
Yeah, you got the wrong one. What the fuck? And then we get some outside interference from Birthright, who try to help out their team. But then Shiloh Hill shows up with a steel chair to even the odds against Lexus King and Charlie Dempsey. And that is Lexus King doing a poor man's attempt at cosplaying the American Badass version of Kid Rock.
Yeah, he should never ever, no one should ever cosplay Kid Rock. Because Kid Rock these days looks like he's Dr. Phil cosplaying as Kid Rock.
And even in his younger years, he still didn't look visually appealing.
That's because he was trash. Shiloh Hill, on the other hand, he's at least charming with his, like, sort of weirder appearance and stuff.
Yeah, Trailer Park Trash, who apparently had a very happy childhood and grew up rich. Uh-huh. So that tells you everything you need to know about him.
So he's a phony.
Yeah, it's almost as if he's a phony. The only thing real about him is that he's a guy.
And even that's not all that impressive these days.
Shit, man, Enzo Amore is more believable than Kid Rock.
How you doing? All right, so
at the end of it all, thanks to Shiloh Hill's help, the Americanos hit their tag team finisher on Uriah Connors to pin and win. Your winners and challenging the Vanity Project at Stand and Deliver Saturday, Los Americanos. Ole! 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 Ole!
Motherfuckers! Ole! Motherfuckers! Okay, so Rayon Bravo Americano, Pete Dunne, and
Tyler Bate.
Thank you. My brain, like, hiccuped over here. They're clearly just having fun doing the shit, and, like, okay.
But they're not Tyler Bate and Pete Dunne, Juan. The whereabouts of those two remain unknown.
Well, they're somewhere around there. But, no, truthfully, I'm glad to see that they're at least getting ring time. They're at least getting screen time. Yeah, they have to play fucking characters. And this is the first time that Pete Dunne has had to play a fucking character because he was fucking... What was his fucking name with the...
Butch.
Oh, yeah, Butch with the Brawling
It was
Brute.
better. It's better than Butch.
Yeah, I guess, because these guys were fucking out of their minds, and Sheamus isn't around that much anymore. But I digress. Okay, so yeah, this was cool. This was fun. This is funny, and you got a nice wrinkle to finish up the match. So very nice. What the fuck is up with Shiloh Hill's beef with them? Is it just that he's...
Because they cost him a shot at the NXT North American title in last week's Gauntlet Eliminator.
Oh, right. I remember now.
Yes. Now let's get over to the exciting segment, aka fan service. For folks who love goth girls.
And folks who love blog bombshell bitches.
Yes. We have an in-ring promo segment with the NXT Women's North American Champion Tatum Paxley and the Glamour, Blake Monroe.
Last time we checked, Blake Monroe is still in possession of the Women's North American Championship belt.
Here,
and
allow me to fill in what happened. So 2 weeks ago, while NXT was on the road over in San Antonio, Texas, Tatum Paxley 2 weeks ago in the Performance Center, sorry. So Tatum Paxley, after capturing the North American Championship from Izzy Dame, successfully defended it in a steel cage match. And then before the show went off the air, Blake Monroe appeared via Cody Rhodes' elevator and attacked Tatum Paxley and stole the title. And then last week...
And no, wait, didn't she just appear... Like, she didn't just appear via Cody Rhodes' elevator. She fucking dragged Tatum down to hell.
Oh, yeah, she did.
The elevator
Through the Cody elevator.
Through the Cody Vader. What the fuck?
Let it be known that Cody Rhodes has his own gateway to hell. Anyways, so...
No, that's what she fucking did! Because fucking Undertaker did that sometimes with, like, a hole through the ring, and he dragged Kane through the hole in the ring, and then after Kane was like, reaching out...
Okay, well, WWE can't afford a hole in...
And then they fucking threw Pyro up through the hole because he dragged him to hell.
Okay, well, WWE can't afford to tear a hole in the ring, Juan.
Because they can afford, like, 9 fucking rings in that building alone. Yes, they can afford to tear a hole.
And then on last week's edition of NXT, Blake Monroe was just having a nice bath, celebrating with her
hotel room.
With her in her hotel room with the title that she stole. And then Tatum Paxley, and I swear this came out of like some sort of like horror movie.
Room service.
Like she opens the door, she doesn't take the lock off, but Tatum Paxley like peeks through,
and tries to drag her through the crack of the door.
Yeah.
Like, you're gonna give me my belt back, bitch. Yee, bite.
That was crazy. So,
I mean, that's Tatum Paxley. I mean,
let's get to the in-ring segment. First of all, check out the outfit. I was not lying when I said fan service.
Can we get a little commotion for the dress?
Yes.
Woo! Sorry, we here at the Ravens Flock love us goth chicks in black outfits.
Yes. Yes, we do, and they must be protected at all costs.
Yes, they do.
So Tatum Paxley goes over to the ring. The fans love her, and then she calls out Blake Monroe because she wants her championship back. Then Blake Monroe gets on the mic, and she tries to justify her thievery by saying like, "Oh, I missed being the NXT Women's North American Champion. I miss having the title that I never lost." Once again, still in denial that she lost to Thea Hale sometime through an act by accident.
Yeah, she fucking, like, hey, homegirl, there's a little bit of reality your ass needs to, get acquainted with here, because, whether that was a goof or not, you lost the title. That's that. That's it. That is it. There's no two ways around it, babe.
Exactly. So Tatum Paxley got on the mic, and she issues a challenge to Blake Monroe that these two would fight for the NXT Women's North American title at Stand and Deliver. And then Tatum Paxley delivers this amazing line, like, "You know what? You could be the woman from hell, and I'll be the fire. Like, and I'll be the and I think I'm trying to remember, like, I'll be the fire to your hell, something like that. It sounds better when she said it, but." The message is still there.
You need to rewatch your promo stuff it's fresher in your mind that way.
Well, here's something that's easy to deduce. These two have a small little tug of war with the belt. Tatum Paxley then tries to fight off Blake Monroe, and then Blake Monroe runs away with the belt yet again.
The nerve.
I know, the thievery.
That's the thievery.
This Jezebel.
No, he fucking would call her a Jezebel if she was like home wrecking somebody's like relationship.
All right, fine. That tramp.
Well, the thieving tramp, I guess you could say. Also, I just realized Tatum Paxley's basically just cosplaying as Misa Amano from Death Note.
Okay.
No. Hey, don't ew it. All right. Oh yeah, no. The character, she can go straight to hell. She's insane.
Oh yeah.
But
That's all I'm doing.
okay, but Tatum Paxley, nuh-uh.
I'm
Okay.
Okay.
Maybe it's just gross.
All right. So this was an entertaining segment for the fans to enjoy. And yep, this match is on, and it's amazing. And the two ladies, they delivered it. Like, and yeah, what more to expect? Now let's get over to the match of the night, and this is something I need to talk about. It is a one-on-one contest. Two women who have beef with each other. It is of course Jada Parker going one-on-one against Kalani Jordan. Now,
doesn't this feel like we've seen this particular match like a million times before already? Or am I just like brain juice completely fried and like dried up in my head because I'm that fucking messed up or whatever? Like, is that what's going on, or
it does? No. I feel that way too now that I'm thinking about it. But no, not just that, but this also feels like a drop for Jada Parker. Like Jada Parker made her return to NXT a month ago?
Yeah.
And her first feud was against Blake Monroe, and then she lost.
She just flat lost to Blake.
Like in the first match with Blake, it was a double countout, which I already said was very lame. And then they had their blow-off match at Vengeance Day, which is a street fight, in which Jada Parker lost. And now, and I kind of feel like this match is a consolation prize. Like now she's pivoting over to feuding with Kalani Jordan.
No, like let Jada Parker fucking get her W back from fucking Blake Monroe.
That's what I was thinking.
That's me.
Yeah. That being said, this match wasn't bad. It was actually very enjoyable. Both these ladies put on one hell of a show. Of course, Kalani Jordan showing her more vicious side, and she's showcasing more of her new submission move, which is awesome. She tries to go to the top rope for a one-of-a-kind moonsault. Jada Parker gets out of the way. She hits the hypnotic, and then she tries out the new finishing move of the day. Last time it was the Riptide. This time it's a sit-out choke bomb to pin and win. Your winner, Jada Parker.
All right, so
at least she got a win back.
Yeah, like, and it's not like the match itself was bad.
No. It just feels like you said. It's number one. It feels like we've seen this before. Number two. It feels like a consolation prize for Jada Parker, and it would have made more sense if she continued the feud with what's her face with Blake Monroe. I thought Triple H liked long-term booking. And number three, think of a finishing move already and stick to it. Last time you took the finishing move from Rhea Ripley, and now this time it's a sit-out choke bomb.
Well, she's. I'm guessing she's going to be sticking with that choke bomb moving forward, because folks realize, like, oh shit, that's just the Riptide. No, you can't do that because that's Rhea's move.
Yeah, exactly. And
infringement alert.
I hope that
infringement alert.
Yes, it is. And I hope that she sticks to this finisher, because otherwise we're going to have another repeat of watching Seth Rollins trying to figure out what his finishing move is during the 2010s.
And then he just settled on the curb stomp.
Why? Why the curb stomp?
Fucking, I don't know. I don't run things. I just work here.
All right, Now let's get into the segment of the night. And it is guess I'll call it is a sit-down NXT Championship match summit, moderated by Robert Stone. On one table to the left, you've got Tony D'Angelo, the ex-Don of NXT, who's now coming out, who's all on his own now. He's his own man, and he's
rocking a rampage of destruction and chaos everywhere he goes. Boppity poopy, beepity poopity pop.
And joining him on the table, of course, is Absolute Ricky Saints. And on the table to the right, you have All Ego Ethan Page and the reigning NXT champion.
Say his name and he appears. I believe in Joe Hendry.
That's right. Joe Hendry is, of course, naturally joining the proceedings of this championship summit here. And this whole story that's been told right now is that there are three guys coming after. Yeah, hang on.
Vicente Guerrero, sit out choke bomb as the finish. She must be a Prince Albert / A-Trading fan,
or she's struggling to find a finishing move to stick.
Yeah, let's just make sure that she doesn't take any inspiration from Lord Tensai.
Now, the whole story of this championship picture is that, the odds are not looking good for the NXT champion. He's got 3 guys who are coming after him for the title, and 2 of these guys are in a temporary alliance of interest. I guess you could call it.
They're both their interests are temporarily aligned.
Thank you. Yep. Ethan Page and Ricky Saints are obviously are buddies on the surface, but underneath, one of them wants to be they want to be champions in their own right. Like they want a second title reign. And during this little talkie segment here, every person got a chance to speak. Of course, Ricky Saints got a chance to talk first. He bragged and boasted about how he's gonna reign as champion again, and he once again craps on Joe Hendry, calling him a meme and calling him a fat or whatever. And then Ethan Page starts to talk, and he pretty much says the same thing minus the Joe Hendry slander. And but he did mention that he was the one that pinned Joe Hendry a couple of weeks ago on NXT. And, of course, then Joe Hendry gets on the mic, and he calls out, obviously, the elephant in the room, these 2 guys who are obviously, bickering at each other. And he thinks that their little alliance isn't going to last very long, and it's going to be their downfall, and stand and deliver. And then Tony D'Angelo gets on the mic, and he rips into each and every one of the competitors, calling each and every one of them outsiders of WWE.
I get it. Ha. Because AEW stuff. Ha.
And TNA.
And TNA stuff. Ha.
He first... Tony D'Angelo fired his first shot at Ricky Saints, pretty much saying that he showed up with a bunch of hype of being the Revolution, but then called him a failed experiment. And then he also tore down Ethan Page and mocked his NXT title reign and his North American Championship reign. And then he said the same. And then he went to Joe Hendry, and he was a little nicer to Joe Hendry. He says like, "Hey, I don't need a catchy song. I don't need to trend on the internet like you do. All right, I am born and bred WWE right here." And that's basically his claim. Like, he is 100% WWE, 100% NXT, always has been, always will be, and he will stop at nothing to take the NXT Championship away from him. And he will go through each and every one of them and stand and deliver. And then he looks at Robert Stone, and he's like, "Okay, you know how these things end, so why don't you clear out?" Robert Stone clears the ring, and we got ourselves a time-honored tradition, folks. We got a brawl during this I guess contract signing segment. Yeah, it was
Pier 6 brawl. Pier 6 brawl. Pier 6 brawl. Pier 6 brawl. Pier 6 brawl.
Woo! Yep, all 4 guys are brawling with each other in the ring, and Tony D'Angelo and Ethan Page put Joe Hendry and Ricky Saints through the tables respectively before turning their attention on each other, and in the end, it was Tony D'Angelo that stood tall against his opponents.
Like, goddamn.
Will Joe Hendry reign supreme? Will one of the 2 proverbial married couple get a second reign at the NXT Championship, or will this finally be Tony D'Angelo's chance to get the big one? We'll find out.
So how is this your mess segment, Jose?
Because, like, as entertaining as it is, it feels... How do I put this? It feels formulaic. It feels too formulaic, and it feels too predictable of NXT to do this every time a pay-per-view comes around. And they wait till the last minute to do these things. Like, we've seen this. Championship summits. They wait till the last minute to do contract signings. And I don't know. I don't know. It just feels predictable. It feels predictable of how everything is going to play out.
I mean, how the hell else do you expect this shit to play out?
I know, and I should be more excited about it. Like, I'm excited for Tony D'Angelo because, it's about time he fucking gets taken seriously.
Oh my lord.
But, I don't know, everything else just feels, like I said, it feels standard. It feels standard and it feels formulaic.
Okay, I see.
Because we've seen this, because we've seen this before.
Okay, I see your point, I guess.
Yeah. But now let's go over to before we talk about the main event of this week's edition of NXT, let's go ahead and give a huge honorable mention shout out to this big house fight in Jasper Troy versus Keanu Carver. The only knock I do have is Josh Briggs being the special guest referee because he was clearly not impartial near the end of the match. Great big hoss fight, these two big meaty men. Once again, in New York, why didn't you chant meat during this fight?
Meat!
That's twice you screwed up.
Meat! God damn it.
Keanu Carver got the win after some bullshittery from Josh Briggs. And after the match, Josh Briggs laid out both Jasper Troy and Keanu Carver. So I guess we're going to get a triple meat match between the guys? I don't know.
Ha 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 ha. Dreamweaver of the Dream Realm. Welcome to Wrestle Rewind. Hey guys, good to have you here. Thank you for joining us.
Yay! Welcome. Sorry, when I see Dreamweaver, I just think of that little song they play in Wayne's World anytime Wayne looks at Cassandra. And they play Dreamweaver. I love Wayne's World. It's such a great movie.
Yeah, it's fun. But thank you for joining us.
Yay! If you're new to the channel, of course, hit the subscribe button and make sure you hit the notification bell because we stream every week, my friends. Now, let's go ahead and talk about the main event.
Bum, 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 bum.
And this one is to decide the number one contender for the NXT Women's Championship at Stand and Deliver, as one half of the Lucha Libre AAA Mixed Tag Team Champions Lola Vice goes up against Kendall Gray.
Okay, so Kendall Gray, she's been making moves here. Now, God damn it, this girl's all up in the fucking number one contendership. And she's going up against none other than the bootylicious badass babe and queen of NXT Underground, Lola fucking Vice. I'm worried for Kendall Gray's safety.
I'm worried for both their safeties. Don't count Kendall Gray out, Juancho.
Yeah, but don't fucking discount Lola Vice. Her ass will be the last thing you see as you fall into a concussion-induced coma. No, I don't fucks with that. I mean, I would like to fucks with that, but that's not the way I can't fucks with that.
You know, I'm sure Damian Priest will have a word with you on that.
Boy, please! Those two aren't a thing anymore, okay?
Are you sure about that?
Are you sure that they are?
Yes.
Well, I'm sure they're not.
Okay, so let's talk about this. Lola Vice versus Kendall Gray. Last week's edition of NXT, both ladies made interesting points in vying for the NXT Women's title, and they has fight.
Yay!
All right. So of course, both these women start things off with some ground game. We got some takedowns, headlock takedowns, arm drags between both Lola Vice and Kendall Gray. Of course, Lola Vice getting a little bit more offense over the former Women's Evolved champion. Yes. Even to the point where, yes, she did, speaking of big booties, she did do her running hip attack onto Kendall Gray. She got it in once, but she didn't get it twice. Now, Kendall Gray, of course, no slouch. She tries to fight back, but anytime she gets an ounce of offense in, like, Lola Vice has an answer for that. Like, for this instance...
One?
What are you doing?
One?
Oh yeah, that's right. We also get the Fatal Influence at ringside, and JC Jane is watching the competition. Let's not forget that.
Yeah, I was wondering, like, are you going to try to tell me not to fucking mention that?
No. You're right. But like, as I was saying, Lola Vice has an answer for everything, and in this case, for instance, Kendall Gray tried to go for a flying nothing, and Lola Vice immediately intercepts her with a spinning back kick.
Oh goddamn!
Oh yeah. Things are not looking good for Kendall Gray. She is struggling in the ring. The fans, of course, Lola Vice looks like she's got this match on lock until Kendall Gray was able to fight back using her agility, using her going for her comeback, and the straps come down. She is channeling her inner Kurt Angle.
Woo!
Oh, yes.
Hide your milk, folks.
Man, I miss Kurt Angle. He's awesome.
Yeah,
All
that's
right.
true. It's
damn true. All right, so Kendall Gray, she wrestles circles around Lola Vice. And then
Jesus, you weren't kidding about the Kurt Angling!
Yep. In another instance of showing off her Kurt Angling, Lola Vice tries to go for a roundhouse kick. Kendall Gray catches it, turns it into the ankle lock. She tries to force the ankle lock submission hold, but Lola Vice then breaks out of the submission. And here we go. We're in the final moments of the match. In the final moments here, grasping at straws, Lola Vice locks in the guillotine choke onto Kendall Gray, and then time for bullshit. Wancho, you better go ahead and check your missed calls. You better check your phone right now because I fucking called it.
What the fuck?
We get a double decision here.
What the fuck?
Kendall Gray leaps over, as you can see, Bill doing a bridge. The Lola Vice's shoulders are on the ground. The referee counts 1, 2, 3, but there was another referee on the other side who observed that Kendall Gray tapped out
at the same time.
Tapped out at the same time.
What? A double fall?
A double fall.
Okay, first off, clever. Second off, giggity. Third off, what the fuck?
And of course NXT closes off with nothing but confusion in the air. Confusion in the competitors. Confusion in the NXT Women's title picture. How the hell is Shawn Michaels gonna resolve this?
I apologize for this situation. It won't happen again. Okay, but apologizing doesn't do anything. We need a resolution here, bitch.
Well, there is a resolution, like I said. I called it because in a separate video on social media, Robert Stone announced that at Stand and Deliver, it's gonna be a triple threat match for the NXT Women's title. Get the fuck out of here! I knew it!
Okay, so I see Ren Sinclair jumped in. I see the two referees. I even see the weird announcer dude with the bad faux hawk over here.
That's Mike Rome.
Whatever! But I don't see anything of JC Jane.
Yeah, I know. She was just, surprisingly, she kept her hands clean from this.
You'd think that she would take an opportunity to gloat or whatever, like, I'm not dealing with either of you,
Oh yeah, she did gloat that on social media, and that was before Robert Stone dropped the bombshell on the whole triple threat match thing. Okay, main event match was great, but come on, this shit is so fun. You could smell a multi-person match from a mile away, Guancha. You can't tell me that this was a coincidence.
Kinda.
Because I called it last week. I knew they were gonna do this shit.
Okay, well, you called it. Good on you.
Motherfucker.
So it's that crazy, huh?
It's that predictable. WWE cannot risk either one of these women losing because both of them are on a hot streak.
Oh boy.
Vicente Guerrero saying double ref calls. ECW late 1990s ripoff much? NXT non-creative?
Yeah, I was about to fucking say, like, okay, I get it, but like, god dang.
Yeah. Like, if you're gonna have them do a triple threat, then just announce a triple threat. Why go through this whole bullshit here?
Because intrigue, because mystery, because shock, excitement, and awe, and things.
Except the wrestling audience isn't that stupid. Well, at least I'm not. I can't speak for the majority.
No, I know you can't speak for the majority, but you can. But also at the same time, would you really want to?
Hell no.
Considering that a large bulk of pro wrestling fans seem to think that all the glory in pro wrestling goes here, where you like the fuse hit the boom dynamite.
Ah, yes. Let's talk about this week's edition of the AEW Dynamite, which took place over in Winnipeg, Manitoba, Canada, the hometown of the former AEW World Champion Kenny Omega. And and in the opening part of Dynamite, we get the return of.
I'm back, baby! I'm back, baby! I lost my gut, baby! I got a new jacket, baby!
This is April Fool's joke, right? I mean, the show was on April Fool's.
I invented April Fools.
Oh my God. Chris Jericho returns. His Judas entrance music is back. He's doused in purple now. And yes, he's rocking a better gut these days. Good for him.
Which is good. Thank you. Thank you for taking better care of yourself. That was our big concern, that you looked like you were, like, fucking, like, noshing down on my diet, which is, like the most unhealthy thing of all time, because I'm tubby. But, like, still, Jesus Christ, man.
And the only thing he said on the mic was, and, like, it was supposed to start off with the contract signing between Kenny Omega and MJF, but he immediately, like, before these guys came out, Jericho walks in, the fans go crazy, he gets on the mic, and all he says is, AEW, I'm home.
Yeah.
And then leaves.
Well, shows up, refuses to explain himself, leaves. Yeah, that's some classic Jarrett trolling there for you, Jose. Except he had lines this time.
Yeah. Apparently
his jacket didn't light bright up.
Oh God, yeah, no, he's delusional. One, he wakes up in the morning and he thinks it's 2012 all over again.
No, he's delusional in the way that he wakes up this morning and he thinks that the sun wakes up when he tells it to.
I'm sorry. Me and Juan, we have our opinions of Chris Jericho. We do not like him. We are not fans of him. Chris Jericho still has that sexual harassment allegation that kind of went quiet after a few years when it resurfaced.
Also, him and his wife maggot out.
Yeah, no, Jericho donated thousands of dollars for Trump's re-election campaign in 2020.
And his wife participated in the insurrection on January 6th. But that's a different story. I know, we're not supposed to get political here. I'm sorry, guys.
But this isn't about politics. This is about Chris Jericho being a shitty human being.
Like just a jerk human being for a lot of it, and yeah, we don't know the details of what Kylie Ray's situation was with him, but considering how badly she was like left in obscurity for a while,
yeah, because they forced her to sign an NDA. Motherfuckers.
Yeah, so.
I'm not excited for Jericho coming back because at this point, like, okay, take away the controversy, take away the fact that he's a piece of shit person. In 2019 to 2025, he was the inaugural world champion. He had success with the Inner Circle. He had somewhat success with the Jericho Appreciation Society. He's captured the Ring of Honor title not once but twice. Mm-hmm. He's been in so many feuds. Some of them worked, some of them not so much, and the last part, and he hasn't been seen on TV since Revolution in 2025 when he dropped the Ring of Honor World title to Bandito, and then he fucking rage quit on TV. He is 56 years old, I believe. What is left for Chris Jericho to do?
Reinvent himself, baby. Like, okay, here's what's up. Number one, Winnipeg, Manitoba, Canada. This is the easiest, cheapest pop you can get. Number one. Number two, we know that Tony Khan doesn't think past number one, so at this point it would just be a matter of whatever additional term making like additional term in his contract he might still have. I don't know if his contract was frozen or if he's re-signed or anything like that. But number three, he's got plenty to do over at AEW, Jose. That's where the best wrestle.
Yep.
He could have himself a Continental Classic Championship. He can have the National Championship, the International Championship, the TNT Championship, the fucking Trios Championship. He can go in on the Tag Team Championship. There's so many different possibilities for Chris Jericho. You don't think all these things, Jose?
I'm pretty sure he's got Sammy Guevara on speed dial.
Please. Fucking
okay, Vicente Guerrero. Yeah, no. Donald Trump fan
does not right away make a Chris Jericho shitty person, but I get you with the Kylie Ray thing. If WCW was still around, Chris Jericho at 55 would be WCW World Heavyweight Champion.
Considering how WCW was ran in the late 90s? Hell no!
Except, how was it run in the late 90s? Oh yeah, with the oldest fucker with the biggest profile, for people to to get behind, hogging up the spotlight and throwing his weight around and making and politicking his way into championships. You know, like Hulk Hogan. You know, like the oldest fucker in the company with name recognition, throwing his weight around and gaining championships and keeping himself on top. Huh?
Like Hulk Hogan.
Ah!
You're not Hulk Hogan, Jericho.
For one thing, you're still alive.
Ouch. All right, let's move.
Living doesn't work for me, brother.
All right, let's move on to the exciting match of the night, which thankfully has no Jericho stank all over, thank goodness. And this was a this was a trios match, player.
Holla, holla, holla.
Let's go ahead and show it.
Hang on, I holla too early because the fucking graphic. I gotta fix it. Give me a second.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, there we go.
All right. So in this trio match, on one side you have Big Bad Brody King. You've got Kenny Omega and the newly crowned AEW National Champion Jungle Jack Perry versus The Demand. You've got the Gates of Agony, Toa Leona and Bishop Khan, and of course Twitter Ricky.
God damn it, Twitter Ricky.
Wow.
This is still, like, folks got to remember, this is still after Twitter Ricky had that fucking spat with the lady that he chewed out for basically her saying that he's bad at acting, and he responds with, "I'm glad you have multiple sclerosis."
Yeah, where's the consequences there, Tony Khan? Huh? You don't reprimand your rest? Of course.
No. The consequences, he said he's sorry.
Yeah, whatever. Yeah, whatever. But
no. It's okay. You know why it's consequence? Because he had to say it a full day after he had up the tweet.
Nope. That's not consequence.
I know it's not. I'm being facetious. I know it's not. All right. Let's get past.
All right, let's talk
Twitter
about
Ricky's Twitter fingers. Let's get to this match. You say this is a good match?
Oh yeah, it was
I
great.
See some elements of it. Show me what you got.
All right. Now, once again, AEW failing to miss the mark and posting a lot of photos during this match, but it was fantastic. It was a lot of fun. Yes, we get this awesome triple suplex spot in the middle of the ring by the baby faces.
Yeah, trios suplexes,
which is always fun to see.
That's nice. Yeah.
Yeah, no. Every one of the wrestlers got their chance to shine. Of course, Big Bad Brody King. There was this really fun spot in the match where the Gates of Agony are ringside. Jungle Jack tries to go for a suicide dive, but the Gates of Agony catch him because, yeah, he's a small guy. So to add a little extra oomph to it, Big Bad Brody King does a tope suicida over the top rope and helps annihilate the Gates of Agony.
Nice.
That was cool. So I'll give it that. That was really fun to watch.
Okay, seeing a big guy do an aerial like that, that's always cool.
Yeah, the fans love him. The fans love Big Bad Brody King. Everyone else has been very competent during this match. We got this cool spot where Bishop Khan laid out Kenny Omega in the middle of the ring.
Oh, no.
That allowed Ricochet to hit a springboard 450 splash, but was only able to get a 2 count. And I want to talk about Ricochet for a few minutes, because during the second half of this match, he's been running around all over the place. Like, I kid you not, he's been working round the clock in the ring. He's been running on one side of the ring to the other side of the ring, delivering dives through the ropes to wipe out the baby faces accordingly. And I'm like, wait a minute, he's moving around like a good guy. Aren't you a bad guy? That seems like something a good guy would do.
Also, hey up, Mr. Quake, welcome to Wrestle Rewind. Hello to you too, bud.
It's just so weird and out of character. Like, Ricochet's a heel. Heels don't do that. That looks like stuff that a babyface would do. Run around and do a whole bunch of top rope moves, and the fans going crazy for it. Like, yay!
Like, bitch, where are you? Are you a heel or are you a babyface? What are you supposed to? Just so you know, being a heel doesn't mean being an asshole in real life. And being a Twitter a Twitter warrior doesn't make you a compelling heel in the ring either. Figure that shit out, man.
All right, so in the final...
In the chat, Vicente Guerrero saying, reading about the negative, totally fucked up post by Ricochet and others make me happy to not have Twitter or TikTok accounts.
You would get along with Angel just fine then. Ricochet needs a mask. Ricochet 2018 is back.
Well, at least he's kept the abs from 2018.
Yes. Now, that being said, in the final minutes of the match, Kenny Omega, Ricochet tried to go for the Spirit Gun, but Kenny Omega was able to dodge it. He tries to go for Kenny Omega tries to go for the V trigger, but Ricochet reverses it, turns it into the Vertigo. Kenny Omega was able to kick out after 2. So Ricochet goes to the top rope. He tries to hit 630 senton. Kenny Omega dodges out of the way. Kenny Omega finally hits the V trigger and puts down Ricochet with the one-winged angel to pin and win for his team. Your winners, Kenny Omega, Jungle Jack Perry, and Brody King.
Yay! Good guys win.
Also, I'm noticing a very trend.
Yes, shout out to Yu Yu Hakusho. Yes, he's just as big a nerd as the rest of us.
Also,
and he's not allowed to fucking pretend he's not. All right.
Also, I'm noticing a pattern with these matches involving Ricochet and the Demand. He's the leader of the group, and yet he's always the one taking the pin. Yeah. Why isn't one of his compatriots taking the fall instead of him? Like, dude, anytime you lose, you're diminishing yourself as the leader of a group.
Yeah, well, it's almost as if the person booking this stuff doesn't know how to keep the most marketable person in your faction strong.
Exactly. Also, before we move on, getting back to the earlier subject, apparently Ricochet was talked into apologizing by wrestling legend Chris Hero, of all people. Cash It Zono apparently talked Ricochet into apologizing, into issuing the apology.
So, in other words, if it weren't for our hero, Chris Hero, Ricochet would have kept that shit.
And Tony Khan would still book him because fuck ethics.
For real. Mr. Quake was saying, let's see.
Impossible versus
Sakura Avalon versus Buffy. Who would win?
Whoa. Cardcaptor Sakura. Oh man, okay.
Yeah.
She's a magical girl.
Yeah, she's a magical girl. Kim Possible is a cheerleader / secret agent, and Buffy is the Slayer. Okay? One of these things is not like the other.
I feel like this is a discussion we must have with the rest of the flock.
It's Buffy.
Oh no, K-Strom's got her vote in. Buffy.
It's Buffy.
Look,
I'm gonna say Buffy.
Kim Possible has no powers. She's agile, but she has no powers. Cardcaptor Sakura has special powers, but she's also like 3'6". You have Buffy.
And Buffy has the Scoobies.
Now, all Buffy really needs to do is hold her arm out and hold Sakura fucking head. For Kim Possible?
Yeah.
Yeah, well,
She has the Scoobies.
yeah, she does, but she doesn't even really need them for that.
No. But if you want to go no power against no power.
Yeah.
Xander. Giles.
Giles has some power because he does know how to practice magic.
True, but he doesn't practice because of his past.
Yeah, true.
No, but he is good at repossession. Anyways, also, fuck wrestling journalists. They wait until after Ricochet apologizes to put the news out. Fuck them.
Seriously, because that's
Keep it
the
up
best.
and I'll repo you.
The best guy is Tony Khan. Come on.
All right, let's go ahead and move to the exciting segment. And this is the segment that was supposed to happen opening Dynamite before Chris Jericho crashed the party.
Now that we got that shit out of the way, hello, the actual what was supposed to open the show. What the fuck?
Yes, Chris Jericho. We got Kenny Omega and MJF having their contract signing in the middle of the ring.
Okay, yeah, no, Mr. Quake is still on it because both Buffy and Kim Possible are cheerleaders. Only one problem: Kim Possible still doesn't have superpower. Buffy does. She has like superhuman strength and shit to help her combat the demons and shit. And she's got accelerated healing. And speed and shit. So
I think maybe we should make a poll and post it on social media.
Ron Stoppable? Are you kidding me? No, those two wouldn't fight. You know what they would do? They would be.
Bond over the mole rat.
No, they would bond over Ron's
mole rat
Rufus, and B, they would sit by the sidelines and hollering at both of the girls and saying, "Take it off!" And then they would both snipe at Xander and Ron.
Actually, I know who'd win. Rufus.
Yeah.
Anyway, so getting back to the contract signing, please.
Yes.
So,
Okay.
all right.
Back to the
So
contract signing.
Omega and MJF, they signed the contract. MJF is about to talk, and then Kenny Omega immediately cuts him off.
I'm sorry about that, pal, but I'm afraid that as was much of an orator as you are, I must give you a soliloquy.
Yep. Kenny Omega calls out on MJF's bullshit, and
I'm going to speak into the microphone in a very weirdly seductive manner.
Stop that.
I know.
So Kenny Omega calls out MJF on his bullshit, and he calls out MJF for being predictable, and he wasn't going to give him a chance to talk first. And then Kenny Omega, of course, repeating a little bit of what he said last week, that he never once called himself a pro wrestling, the god of pro wrestling. That was a title that was bestowed upon him by his fans. And
I'm calling him a wrestling god. Huh?
Yeah. And while MJF keeps walking around and calls himself the devil.
And so fucking Kenny Olivier, he fucking says like, well, if you're the devil, then it's only fitting that the god of wrestling opposes you.
Pretty much.
I'm speaking into your ear and violating your personal space bubble.
Yeah. So MJF then gets on the mic and gets a little bit personal with Kenny Omega. First of all, he points out a little medical history with Kenny Omega about he divulged a little information about Kenny Omega's diverticulitis, that apparently Kenny Omega's diverticulitis, according to his doctors, is at the point where
his gut could explode.
His gut could explode at any minute, and that Kenny Omega is not only risking his career but also his life.
Like
Diverticulitis is bad.
Like we know that diverticulitis is bad, but at the same time, like, listen, these fuckers have been keeping Kenny Omega sidelined for forever and a day. He ain't as quick as he used to be, and dealing with this diverticulitis takes a toll on you. But they wouldn't have cleared his ass unless they knew 100% for a fact that he could at least take a bump without hurting his gut. He is okay.
Yeah.
We know that he's okay because he's been wrestling and he's taken stuff like gut shots and like freaking submissions and stuff on him. And so he's been all right. So unless you've got MJF coming at him with like a fucking lead pipe and just wailing on Omega's stomach throughout the match with nobody stopping him because referees are useless in AEW, then I don't see any reason why this would be considered a problem.
No, of course not. Then and of course MJF I'm
sorry, I didn't mean to.
No, you're fine. He also gets heat from the town of Winnipeg, Manitoba, Canada, because he then puts over the United States of America as the greatest country on earth. So he does that. He gets national heat, and then this brought
you ain't him. You ain't him, Maxwell.
And then this brought out 1/3 of the AEW World Trios Champions, Speedball Mike Bailey. He gets on the Mike Bailey. He gets on of all people. He gets on the mic and he tells MJF to show some respect, that Kenny Omega is a legend in the making. Like he made history here, because without Kenny Omega there would not be AEW, and without AEW there would not be MJF. Kenny Omega made AEW. There's somebody else that also made AEW. I may be wearing a shirt, but
we know the Young Bucks made AEW. 95,000 star match.
Cody Rhodes also made AEW.
Oh?
Anyways,
I'm sorry, he doesn't exist here.
So
that doesn't serve me. Doesn't serve me his egg.
Shut up. So Mike Bailey. Oh wait, there was a little fun exchange where Kenny Omega got on the mic and he actually went for the low hanging fruit, literally, by making fun of MJF. He said like, "Hey, I spoke to your doctor and he told me that, and I know you're concerned about the state of my diverticulitis, but he was more concerned about the state of you not having any balls." Yeah, HIPAA laws. Am I right?
What are those?
What are those? So After that little joke, after that little exchange, Mike Bailey challenges MJF to a match for the main event on this week's edition of Dynamite, and then MJF closes off saying, "You're not just going to be wrestling regular MJF, you're going to be facing MJF, the American Hero," before walking off.
I'm sorry, what?
A little more on that later. So this was a good segment. And yeah, they got personal with each other, especially MJF. MJF didn't bring up any relatives. All he had to do was just poke at Kenny Omega's diverticulitis to get personal. But Kenny Omega wasn't easily phased.
Like, thankfully, no. But seriously, like, Mike Bailey?
Well, yeah, Mike Bailey is a fellow Canadian, and he's also a friend of Kenny Omega. So, of course, he's going to stand up for him. And he looks up to Kenny Omega.
But Mike Bailey?
Yeah. We like Mike Bailey, don't we?
Yeah, but like, Mike Bailey?
Yes!
I don't know.
I'm sorry, can you think of another Canadian babyface who's going to step up to MJF that's not Kenny Omega?
I can think of anyone else who could stand up to MJF with Kenny Omega. But only because, like, fucking Mike Bailey looks like a toddler in comparison to Maxwell Jacob Friedman.
You didn't think about that during his time in TNA?
I'm saying that he looks like a baby. The size difference and stuff. I know that he's got educated feet. And you don't get to fucking try to say that because I'm keeping my energy 100 over here.
Okay.
I'm staying on top of this stuff. I still love Mike Bailey. The problem is we don't see enough of him for to be worth a while for him to stand out. And now he's over here trying to be like, oh, I'm the big dog. I'm going to save my buddy. Like, bud, you're the sidekick character. You're the one that the big buddy hero has to save. You're doing this all wrong. No, you need to get. Okay, I guess Maxwell's gonna just teach you that he's by kicking your ass. Fucking, I don't know.
Yeah.
Benedict Rhodes.
Oh, come on, dude.
The traitor. Like, he's goofing.
Of course. All right, now let's get over to the match of the night, and this one I really didn't care for. It is round 2 of this feud that I completely forgot about until they renewed it after his spectacular return. Pac versus Will Ospreay. Once again, another human being who I really, really hate because he is a rape apologist.
God damn it.
He can go fuck himself. Oh, and he also used his pull to blacklist a female wrestler who dared to speak out in 2020.
Yeah, that's why we miss these chicks. All right, and
anyways,
and Pac is just pocking.
Pac is just pocking. On last week's edition of Dynamite, Will Ospreay cut a promo. 2 weeks ago, Will Ospreay cut a promo against Jon Moxley. Tries to call him out the Death Riders, and he got his ass kicked by Pac for it. So he's got a little unfinished business to settle with Pac. And okay, this match was okay. I'm not gonna lie, and of course I see the injured bandages that's on the back of Will Ospreay's neck, and for a guy who just went through neck surgery, or if you want to believe that story, like, you'd think that he would alter his wrestling style.
Nope.
Yeah, no, he doesn't change shit. He's still doing the same.
He's still being the flippy dippy. I'm gonna break my body for imaginary stars, bruv.
Yeah. I feel different now watching his matches because, I'm sorry, I don't like him. I don't like him at all. Anyways, so Will Ospreay gets the win after Pac tries to lock in the brutalizer submission hold, and Ospreay rolls him up.
A fucking roll-up pin?
Yep. And then after
you know what? Yeah.
And then after the match, Will Ospreay gets jumped by the Death Riders. Jon Moxley gets into the ring, and he tells Will Ospreay that this was never personal at all. Like, it is not personal between us, so don't make it personal. And these two...
How?
Well, Will Ospreay's making it personal because the Death Riders took him out at AEW All In.
Okay, so he's getting his... Revenge back at them.
Moxley, of course, he's downplaying the whole thing, saying it's nothing personal, it's all business.
Yeah, actually, no, this is... like business,
and if it's only
how is he making it personal? He's not. Like, you make it personal by, like, oh, hey, by the way, I don't know, fucking, I kidnapped Renee Paquette, and I'm gonna subject her to all the crazy things that you do, Moxley. So let's start off with taking the spiked bat to her back. Let's start with that.
Okay, he didn't do that, but he has been shit-talking Jon Moxley on social media, on Twitter.
You mean that thing that Jon Moxley supposedly doesn't care about?
Pretty much.
Because he doesn't use social media, because he's said in, like, different promos and even Sports Illustrated, articles online by bloggers saying that he doesn't do social media.
Because it's a waste of time.
Because it's a waste of, yeah. Like, so you mean to tell me that thing that Jon Moxley famously claims he doesn't give two squirts of piss over is making it personal here?
No. You're misunderstanding. No. Will Ospreay is making it personal. He's making it personal.
By doing what?
By shit-talking Moxley. And then Moxley warned him last week saying...
Shit-talking him on social media?
Yes, and then Moxley, on last week's edition of Dynamite, warned Will Ospreay to watch what he says, to watch his mouth. And
No, that doesn't make sense for Moxley, Jose. It doesn't make sense for fucking Moxley, because if he supposedly doesn't care about social medias because that's a waste of time, it cuts into his time for being able to strengthen himself through pain and have his fingernails ripped out and have like bamboo skewers shoved underneath his cuticle beds, his nail beds or whatever, to show how hard he is. Like, I thought that shit doesn't matter to him. So why does it all of a sudden matter to him? Why, because of Will Ostrich here? Motherfucker!
Yes,
that's what I'm saying.
Because Will Ospreay dared to poke the bear.
No! The bear decided that he's starting to give a shit over something that he says he doesn't give a shit about.
Yeah.
That's what I'm fucking, like, blasting my brain out for.
All right.
No, you don't get fucking all right. Me, who the fuck are you, Matthew McConaughey? You don't get to all right. Shut up.
No.
Yeah.
Next
segment.
Well, okay then, let's go ahead and move on, because before the main event, we get an impromptu in-ring promo segment from Darby Allin. Darby Allin is,
the fuck is he wearing now?
I don't know, man. It's a goth thing.
No, that's not a goth thing.
Hang on, blow that picture up so we get a bit of...
Will Ospreay, you're in your 30s, you quit spring chicken bruv. No, you ain't a spring chicken bruv.
Yeah.
What the fuck is this? Is this a robe? Is this a fucking, like, a shawl that somebody wears? What the fuck is this thing?
I have no idea what it is.
No.
So Darby Allin gets on the mic. He talks about how,
you know, like, I apologize. Fucking bring back the stupid fuzzy, dirty ass pink jacket. Fucking the giant pink puffy coat that he never washes.
So fashion faux pas notwithstanding,
this ain't a faux pas, it's a fucking war crime.
Darby Allin gets on the mic. He talks about how MJF put out a hit on him, and how he's trying to get the Don Callis family to take him out, and it's not working. He calls out MJF for a fight, and then, hey, speak of the devil, we get the Don Callis family. Hey Juan, you want a different reason for hating Don Callis?
Why?
Because apparently there's an allegation that he's a sex pest. There's allegations of sexual harassment against him during his time in TNA in 2019 and 2020.
You gotta be fucking kidding me.
Yep, there was a rumor going around that that one of the people he was sexually harassing was none other than Karrion Kross's wife, Scarlett.
He was trying to harass Scarlett Bordeaux? Motherfucker, do you want to die?
But that rumor went, but the rumor went away like two ships sailing in the night. Scarlett has not addressed it, and that whole subject was never touched on again. But still, fuck him.
Well, speaking of other fashion faux pas, this one isn't really that bad.
What, a clone wearing a polo?
No.
Okay.
Andrade dressed like Il Duce from the Boondock Saints.
I actually think it looks pretty... I actually like that. That looks cool.
Yeah, no, I was just looking to bring attention to that because, like, okay.
He's giving kudos.
This is cool, but also odd because Andrade doesn't normally dress like this. So this is different. and I don't know whether I like it or not yet.
Well, this is part of Andrade's reinvention in his second go-round in AEW. That being said, Don Callis gets on the mic. The people of his own countrymen boo him. Big shock. And
That's because he's a carny trash.
he's carny trash and he's a sex pest. And Don Callis then talked about how in AEW Dynasty, Darby Allin will go up against another person from the Don Callis family who will take up the bounty, and it'll be none other than the reluctant Andrade, the same Andrade that didn't want to work or want anything to do with MJF unless it was a title shot.
Jesus. Okay.
And then Don Callis sends the rest of the Don Callis family after him, and the numbers game, and Darby Allin was being jumped until he was saved by Kenny Omega and friends. Kenny Omega and Jungle Jack and Brody King showed up to save Darby Allin, and then afterwards we get a brief stare down between Omega and Darby Allin. Both guys who want the same thing. They both want MJF and they want the AEW World Title.
Why? Okay, no. Okay, I get that they each have separate beefs with the Don Callis family, but why would Kenny Oblivious fucking come to rescue Darby Allin if Kenny also wants a shot at the AEW World Title? He could just as easily leave Darby Allin to get his shit rocked.
Oh, Juancho, don't you remember the old saying, the enemy of my enemy is my friend?
No, the enemy of my enemy is not my friend. The enemy of my enemy is still my enemy, but we're smart enough to put that aside to deal with a bigger enemy. You're still my enemy.
That.
Not in AEW!
Fucking moron. You revel in this ludicrousy.
It's the only coping mechanism I have because I'm angry at the current wrestling product. I'm angry at the shit that I've researched lately. All right.
Yeah, see, yeah, like learn from Austin Aries. Yeah, you know, Karrion Kross. Yeah, no, you don't fucking, like, if Scarlett Bordeaux, who she's a fighter and she'll fucking kick your ass, if she doesn't get you or like claw your face off, then Karrion Kross will. Hey, watch out.
Sorry, I need the charger.
Then say so. Ugh, it's tied up over here.
Oh, why is it tied up over there?
Because I was using it, genius.
Oh, okay. Sorry about that.
Hey, Juan, pass me the cable. How hard is that? Yeah.
There we go. Okay. Sorry about that. So let's go ahead and move on here. Before we get to the main event, of course, let's talk about the honorable mention of this week's edition of AEW Dynamite. And the women take center stage in a really fun women's trios match.
Holla, holla, holla.
Yeah, that's right. It is the team of the Brawling Birds and Mina Shirakawa taking on the
Alex
Triangle.
Windsor and
Jamie Hayter.
Jamie Hayter.
Taking on the Triangle of Madness. You got Sky Blue, Julia Hart, and the AEW Women's World Champion, the Toxic Spider, Tekla. And this match was a lot of fun. It was fun to watch. Every one of the women got their chance to shine in the ring. The fans, of course, were going crazy over Tekla, especially this moment. Like, lately in her matches, like, whenever she gets the upper hand, before they go to commercial break, she does, like, a little dance at ringside and shows off for the camera, and the fans are loving that shit. What a heel. But no, the only knock I have is, like, I'm sorry. I'm looking at it and taking a second look at the Brawling Birds. It is a very weak pairing with Jamie Hayter and Alex Windsor. They are paired up under the loosest premises of, hey, we're British, mate. Let's team up.
That's all, yeah. Yeah, no, but still.
At least they're being treated better than the allied powers of Lex Luger and the British Bulldog.
Yeah. Well, actually, no. Yeah. Also, anything to get to see Sky Blue and Mina Shirakawa in the ring.
Oh yeah, absolutely. The women put on a real stellar match. It was spectacular. The fans loved it. All right, thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Dinner.
Ooh, yummy. I'll put this aside here as it cools off because it is very hot. All right. Here we go. Now let's talk about the main event.
Brawling Lovebirds versus Triangle of Madness. Yeah, that would work. Except, like, hang on, like the Lovebirds, or like instead of like the Love Bombs or whatever. Okay, that tracks.
Yeah, because Brawling Birds, love.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I get that, and I can dig that name. All
right, so now let's talk about the main event. And this was established during the contract signing. Speedball Mike Bailey going up against MJF. Why does this need to be an eliminator match? It could
just make it a non-title match, you dumb fuck.
God damn it, Tony Khan. Jeez, he can't help himself.
Nobody knows what they're doing.
K-Storm, we know.
No one knows what they're doing.
All right, so let's talk about this. MJF versus Speedball Mike Bailey, and true to his word, MJF comes down to the ring, and he is dressed as his American hero shtick. All complete with stars, stripes, and, well, all the douchebaggery of your typical American. He even has his own custom American flag draped over the air, and the fans hate it, naturally. My place right there.
I mean, he's in Canada. Yeah, of course they're going to hate it there, but if these stories of Danny Luna getting her release from TNA are true, another YouTuber said she would do great with Jamie Hayter and Alex Windsor.
Oh yeah, that we'll talk about a little later. So, and of course, since we're doing USA versus Canada, Mike Bailey got in on the fun, and he is dressed in his own Canadian flair. I like his ring gear; it is fucking awesome. He has a Canadian flag. He's dressed in red and white, and look at that. He's going over to the fans and handing out his Speedball headband. I've actually had a discussion about Mike Bailey. Like, dude, there is a market for people who love characters like Mike Bailey, like fans of martial arts, kids who love watching like martial arts heroes, like, and this guy dresses up like a freaking like a superhero-ish in his own way, and fans love that, and it's great. The kids love him. The fans of martial arts love him. Like I said, he's a marketable babyface.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, you gotta actually market it though. Where's the marketing?
Yeah, I know.
Where's the marketing?
Sell more headbands!
Where's the fucking... whatever, we don't know anything.
Anyways, so...
Thank you, honey. YouTube has a glitch. Yeah, no, we know. Mr. Quake.
So,
YouTube is weird like that.
So in typical MJF fashion, MJF attacks Mike Bailey from behind, and the match starts things off. Of course, MJF does his whole typical shtick, undermining his opponent and trying to out-wrestle him, while also making fun of his gimmick. Mike Bailey...
Kung Fu Hustle shit.
Yeah. Yep, Mike Bailey, of course, has an answer for MJF in a series of roundhouse kicks. Roundhouse kicks for days.
Kick forever.
Oh, yeah.
Kick forever.
See, I can't clap with my feet to do it because, it's kicking, but yeah.
That's why I clapped for you, though.
Oh, thank you. So, Mike Bailey, of course, overwhelms MJF with a series of kicks. He tries to go for the ultimate weapon early on, but MJF gets away from it. And then MJF takes control of the match. And during this match, the fans were chanting fuck tariffs.
Ha!
Oh my god. We went from fuck ICE to fuck tariffs. Yeah, of course, because, Canada, they're being tariffed by the US. Thanks, Trump. Anyways. Again. Yeah. So getting back to the match, of course, MJF wears down Mike Bailey, works over his arm to soften him up for the salt of the earth. Mike Bailey then fights back, and he hits the standing shooting star, but MJF was able to kick out after 2. He tries to go for the ultimate weapon again, but MJF dodges it, and then we get over to the ring apron. Yeah. In this spot right here, MJF tries to go for a pile driver. He tries to pile drive Mike Bailey. Mike Bailey then reverses it and hits a moonsault knee drop onto MJF on his damn fucking chest.
And this is on the apron?
Yes. That is
why. Because that is the hardest fucking part of the ring.
Hey, as long as my enemy's getting hurt, I don't care.
No, no! Don't do that!
You can still be charged for murder if he dies!
Oh, yeah, that's true.
God damn, or at least involuntary manslaughter.
All right. So after that, so as we close in on the match, Mike Bailey finally goes for the tornado kick. He finally goes for the ultimate weapon, but then MJF grabs the ropes just in time before the 3 count, and then MJF and Mike Bailey return to the ring apron right in front of Kenny Omega, who by the way is on commentary, who's watching the match. MJF then hits the Heat Seeker onto Mike Bailey to pick up the win. Your winner, the AEW World Champion, MJF.
It doesn't need to be an eliminator match, Tony, you dumb fuck. Number 1. Number 2, please, tone down those apron moves. I want you to live.
You're gonna kill somebody.
Y'all motherfuckers are gonna get hurt. Y'all motherfuckers are gonna get paralyzed. Stop.
But AEW thrives on work rate, Wancho. Whatever that means.
Do you know what work rate is, by the way? Work rate is a very nebulous and weirdly, overly academic sounding term for how many individual moves you do at a time in a match.
Yep.
That's all it is.
God
God damn.
You know,
Besides him saying Mike Bailey is living Ethan Page's TNA Karate Man gimmick.
Oh, God!
Well, he was already a Karate Man to begin with.
Mr. Craig with the Canada chance, huh?
Let's see. This Dino Bravo too. Anytime I see a side slam, I think of Dino.
Oh man. Man. I gotta study up on Dino Bravo, but yeah. All right.
USA, Canada, USA, Canada.
All right, now let's go ahead and get into this week's edition. Well, before we get into TNA Impact, let's actually talk about the main event for this year's TNA Sacrifice, because unfortunately, there's something that really messed up that happened during this match, and this needs to be discussed. So,
all right, give me a minute.
Yeah.
I didn't prepare for that. Give me a second. Da-da-da.
No, you're fine. It's okay. So there. Yep.
All right, so
this one's gonna be tough. This one's gonna hurt a lot. So the main event, the scheduled main event for this year's TNA Sacrifice is a singles match for the TNA World Title, as Mike Santana scheduled to defend against Steve Maclin. Now the story, of course, is Steve Maclin was fired from the Feast or Fired bullshit they brought back, and then he was rehired after attacking Mike Santana several times. And
hey, you're assaulting our employees. Let's reward you with a job again.
And
that never makes sense to me.
Yeah. And then that's how we get to this match. The match was and I saw the match. The match was pretty good, pretty awesome. Both these guys did great. But then there was a spot where Steve Maclin was whipped against the ropes, and unfortunately he collided with Mike Santana. Mike Santana delivered an air kick to Steve Maclin's head, and Steve Maclin suffered a concussion. And yeah, just like the caption said, TNA Sacrifice main event ends abruptly due to a head injury by Steve Maclin. It was a concussion
to Steve
Maclin. The referee put the X up, signaling a concussion, and the match ended right there. And that is very unfortunate for Steve Maclin. Obviously, we wouldn't want that to happen to anybody during the match. Like, concussions are not a joke. They're not fun, and this is pretty much.
I've seen this before.
Yes.
No, I've heard this. I heard this song before. I've heard this song before.
Yes.
No!
This similar situation happened in WCW Starrcade 1999 when Bret the Hitman Hart defended the WCW World Title against Bill Goldberg, and that match also had a spot where Bill Goldberg hit an errant kick to the head, to the dome on Bret Hart, giving him a concussion. The only difference is WCW handled it pretty poorly afterwards because they kept the match going and they brought out Roddy Piper in a referee shirt looking completely over this shit, and then pretty much called for the bell after Bret Hart barely blocked in the sharpshooter, trying to make another screwy finish.
Good point. God dang it.
But yes, that bullshit aside, this is pretty much a note-for-note repeat of what happened in 1999. The only difference is that TNA Wrestling was smart enough to actually call it off after it was confirmed that Steve Maclin got concussed. Now, that being said, it'll be interesting to see how TNA Wrestling handled the situation after Steph DeLander, if you want to take her claims as truth, called out TNA Wrestling for not having a medical staff.
Only one thing. It wasn't just the concussion, Jose. What did that concussion lead to for Bret Hart?
Retirement.
No. Something else happened in the middle. Another medical thing. You forgot. He had a seizure.
Oh, shit. I forgot about that part.
Yeah, the seizure happened after this. And then he retired because of the seizure.
Okay, I didn't know about the seizure part. I just knew about
You didn't know?!
Please don't shout. I only knew about the concussion. Okay?
And you call yourself a wrestling historian fan.
Oh,
For shame!
Oh, stop it.
Boo this man! Boo and things! Boo! How dare you not know a wrestling thing? Boo and so on. A pox on your houses and things. And stuff.
You know, my house is basically your house.
Irregardless! Boo this man!
Cut that out. Anyways, so in conclusion, the main event...
So, unless Steve Maclin also happens to suffer a seizure which can be tied directly back to this concussion, that's the other thing, Jose. Bret Hart has been claiming forever that the seizure that forced him to retire was a result of this concussion from this kick. That has been the cornerstone of Bret Hart's claim about his beef over Bill Goldberg. That's been his claim. So unless the exact same thing happens to Steve Maclin, I think Steve Maclin will be okay in due time, given proper recovery protocols.
Well, according to the TNA president, Carlos Silva, in a recent interview...
You mean that weird dude with the beanie?
Yes.
The hat?
Yes, the poor man Tony Khan. He is a poor man Tony Khan. So, Carlos Silva actually spoke about the current medical status of Steve Maclin. He was taken immediately to the hospital. They ran tests on him. And apparently, what's his face? Steve Maclin passed those medical tests, but they're still keeping him on the sidelines indefinitely until they bring him back later. So, at least they did that. So, I mean, TNA Wrestling handled it as well as they could.
And if you're right about this, and the thing with Steph DeLander's crew, or their claim of TNA not having proper medical staff, then yeah, considering that they're actually giving Maclin proper time off to recover, that's still a fucking win for them.
Yes, it is.
Said to grow. Remembering wrestlers talk concussions, it is, as we all know, beyond fucked. People need to be in the dark. Lots of sunlight will bother you. Savor music. It's a no. Yeah. I've been concussed. It sucked.
So concussions are no joke. All right. Well, let's go ahead and talk about the fallout from TNA Sacrifice. We're shifting gears now. Not an easy thing to do after talking about something serious, but here we are. So, Mr. Quake, yes, Bret Hart did come back in 2010, but not as a full-time wrestler. Okay?
Blah.
Despite the fact that he kicked Vince McMahon's ass at WrestleMania 26. Anyways.
God dang it.
So, we open up this week's edition of TNA Impact with an in-ring promo segment from Mike Santana, the TNA World Champion. He got a chance to get on the mic, and he talked about what happened during its Sacrifice.
You screwed Steve.
No, thankfully the fans of New Orleans were nicer than that. They were nicer. There were no "you screwed Steve." No. Mike Santana actually got a good cheers from the fans, and he put over Steve Maclin. He gave respect to Steve Maclin for being a man and facing him, and he does wish him well. And then he turned his attention towards the System, who, by the way, just to take the heat off of the whole concussion thing, the System showed up to ambush Mike Santana after the main event.
Really?
Yeah. The System, Eddie Edwards and Cedric Alexander made their way down to the ring, and oh man, Cedric Alexander should not be on the mic because anytime he's on the mic, he talks like this. And it's hard to make out what he's saying.
So he's got a Dark Knight Rises voice?
Yeah, seriously. He sounds like he's auditioning for the Christopher Nolan Batman.
Where's the trigger? You ain't gonna turn on it. Where is it? Where's the trigger?
Oh my god. Yeah, no. Eddie Edwards, of course, talking smack about how he's going to challenge for the TNA World Title, and Cedric Alexander talked smack about how the System are going to capture all the championships because he wants the TNA X Division title, and then out comes Mustafa Ali. Yes, the man in red and black with the new weird haircut.
It's not that weird.
Walks down with Order 4, and he also joins in on the proceedings with the System, and he brags about how he's going to capture the TNA International Championship from Trey Miguel.
What?
So
Trey Miguel isn't even out here. What the fuck is wrong with you?
Yeah, no.
You missed your cue, Mustafa. Goddamn, son.
But wait, there's more. Because it turns out while they were showing up, go ahead to the next picture. The babyfaces were there too. All the champions, except Moose, were in the ring. You got Trey Miguel, the international champion. You got Leon Slater, the X Division champion. You've got, of course, Mike Santana, the world champion. And everybody's there in the ring. And the odds are even now. And then after it was a great promo segment. And after the segment, Santino Marella declared that since they're already in the ring, to go ahead and have an impromptu 8-man tag team match. Which, by the way, spoiler alert, the bad guys won.
What the fuck?
But it was a fun 8-man tag, but the bad guys won.
What the fuck?
I know. It sucks. You hate to see it. This is the second time that Eddie Edwards jumped Mike Santana with the Boston Knee Party and getting a pinfall. I know. Also, Mr. Quake saying Goldberg is overrated. Yes.
Yeah, I bet so.
Yeah, he is overrated. God damn it. All right. Now let's get to the exciting match of the night. And this one was actually very fun. And I will argue is one of Tessa's better matches since returning to TNA. It is a first ever Knockouts Bunkhouse match where Tessa Blanchard goes one-on-one against Jody Threat. So the theme of the Bunkhouse match, first of all, no disqualification, no countouts, weapons are legal, anything goes.
Lazy booking.
And both these women are like not dressed in your typical wrestling gear, but more dressed in like
they showed up in their best Terry Funk cosplays.
Exactly, t-shirts, bandanas, jeans, because it's
Tessa Blanchard had her hands taped up.
Yeah. And Jody Thread is is dressed up like she's a janitor, like she has like a jumpsuit going on, which is cool.
A jumpsuit.
Yeah, like a short sleeve jumpsuit, a black jumpsuit. Yeah. Anyways, yes, Cedric is boring. Cedric is a tryhard. He shouldn't talk. So this match was a lot of fun. As Jody Thread tried to make her entrance, Tessa Blanchard immediately made a beeline for her and tried to attack her, but that didn't work out for her.
Boom. Okay, I see what you mean. By
the jumpsuit.
By jumpsuit.
Yeah.
Okay.
It looks cool. I got no problems with it.
Yeah, I suppose that's fine. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So, I was like wondering, like, what kind of fucking weird baggy thing is she gonna be fucking with? Okay, it's not baggy at all. All right. I rescind my statement.
You're fine. So Jody Thread, after Tessa failed to jump her in front of her, at the stage, Jody Thread drags Tessa's carcass back into the ring, and she brings out all the weapons. She brings out steel chairs. She brought the garbage can that has weapons inside. She brought a bull rope with a cowbell, everybody.
Hey, cowbell.
And she's going over to the tech side, and she brings in a freaking electrical cable.
Goes, hey, down dirty Southern style bunkhouse match. You've got electrical cables everywhere, apparently.
Yeah.
In your barn. Depends on the barn, I guess.
It depends on the barn. I don't know. I know a great expert from NXT. She'll tell us everything we need to know.
Yeah, she hasn't been in a barn for a long time. The family sold the barn along with the bar.
AEW needs their own international champion. AEW has an international champion. It's called Kazuchika Okada.
Yeah.
Except he hardly defends the title.
Beach.
Hello, El Juggalo. Welcome to Wrestle Rewind. I love your icon. I forgot.
Whoop, whoop.
And if this is your first time, please. Oh, wait. Just got word that in 2026 gathering of the Juggalos dates were just announced, and it's
in Max Creek, Missouri.
Cool. Awesome. Good.
Woody whoop.
Yay. All right.
Let Fago out for it.
All right. Now let's get back to the bunkhouse match. So, everything is going not so well for Tessa Blanchard.
Ow!
Yep.
Okay, hold on. Am I looking at this correctly? Okay. I see a steel chair catty-cornered in between the top and middle rope.
Yep.
I see Tessa Blanchard straddling both ropes and the turnbuckle.
Yep.
And I see Jody Threat pulling the electrical cable, choking the shit out of Tessa Blanchard, and I assume, using the chair as part of the leverage.
That's right. And boy, she
fucking brutal.
Fucking brutal indeed. Now, of course, Tessa Blanchard was thankfully able to break out of that and continue her fighting ways during this bunkhouse match. And surprisingly, no interference. No interference from any of the other babyface friends of Jody Threat, and no interference from Tessa Blanchard's entourage, a.k.a. Mila Moore and the former Alicia Fox.
You mean Victoria Crawford?
Yes.
Joe, we don't dead name people in here in the Ravens flock.
All right. Yeah, Victoria Crawford. Sorry.
Woody whoop.
All right. Now, continuing with the bunkhouse match, yeah, like I said, Tessa Blanchard, she was able to regain her footing. Yep. Oh no, right there. There we go. Yep, she was able to regain her footing. She pulls out her belt. She whips Jody Threat with the belt, and then she starts choking her with it. Jody Threat, of course, tries to fight back, knocks it off. So she has no belt. So Tessa Blanchard grabs a belt from the referee's waist.
What the
and then
I'm not done whipping your ass, child.
And then starts whipping Jody Threat around. Jody Threat is struggling to get out of the chokehold. She even tries to hit her finishing move, the pop shove it, but Tessa Blanchard would not let go. So they roll out of the ring. Tessa Blanchard still has the belts wrapped around Jody Threat's neck, and she was able to choke out Jody Threat. Jody Threat went down. The referee had to stop the match because Jody Threat lost consciousness and awarded the victory to Tessa Blanchard. Your winner, Tessa freaking Blanchard. Holy shit, that was awesome.
Fuck.
Like I said, this is one of the better matches since Tessa Blanchard came back into TNA.
Nice going, racist.
Remember, we talked about this. She already debunked those rumors.
I know. But now I call it as an endearment.
What?
Bitch, I do what I want!
By that logic, that means we'd have to call Don Callis a sex pest out of endearment.
No. No, we can't. You see, he hasn't debunked those rumors.
Oh, yeah, you're right. He just kept quiet about it and just moved on to AEW.
Mm-hmm.
All right. I'll be right back. I'm gonna go grab a drink, so keep talking for...
Hey there. Which drink? Your grape?
Grape.
Keep talking.
All right,
Thank you,
fine.
K-Storm.
But still, fun bunkhouse match. Tessa Blanchard really kicked ass. So, no notes. Pretty solid. Pretty awesome.
All right, next segment, the best segment of the night.
Yes, let's talk about it. It is an in-ring segment. Oh, thank you.
Sorry, we don't do Fago in this house.
It is an in-ring segment featuring the TNA World Tag Team Champions Matt and Jeff the Hardy Boys.
Wonderful.
Yep.
Oy.
So, unfortunately, Matt Hardy was taken, on last week's edition of TNA Impact, Matt Hardy was taken out backstage, and at the time, nobody knew who attacked Matt Hardy.
Ba-ba-bum.
So, and the Hardy Boys were scheduled to be in a tag match against the System on Sacrifice. So, in Matt Hardy's place, Vincent of the Righteous stepped in to team with Jeff Hardy. But then, during that match, during the pay-per-view, they aired video footage of Matt Hardy being brutalized and it was bleeding from the back of his head backstage from Dutch, the other member of the Righteous, the big guy with the glasses and the white blazer.
So they jumped him themselves.
They jumped them themselves, and Jeff Hardy was left high and dry in the hands of the System. And so the Hardys, of course, they got on the mic. They talked about how, they felt betrayed and how they were actually looking forward to making money with the Righteous, how it would be a great team, and they're wanting payback. They are angry, and Matt Hardy nearly broke out into his broken side as he was talking about his frustrations with the Righteous. Like, come on, man, go full broken Matt Hardy on us.
I don't think he can.
Don't make us excited and then just leave us there.
You mean edgy?
Don't edge us out like that, Matt Hardy. Jesus.
Edging.
Also, yes, I know I used a joke, and it is fucking ironic that I said edging with Matt Hardy. Anyway, so the Righteous then showed up, and they said that, oh no, what happened on Saturday, it wasn't a betrayal. It was a sacrifice.
What?
And then apparently they feel like something was missing from the Hardy Boys, and they're pretty much trying to lamely justify their antics against the Hardys. And of course, Matt Hardy was having none of that bullshit. So Matt Hardy challenges the Hardy Boys challenged the Righteous to a tag team match next week on Impact.
Holla holla.
But then the Righteous told the Hardy Boys that, oh, that's not enough. We want you to get extreme. We want to get extreme with you guys. So it's going to be a tag team tables match for the TNA World Tag Team titles.
Am I good?
Oh, yes. The Hardys versus the Righteous. Pretty cool segment. I like that. Matt Hardy is obviously better on the mic than Jeff. No disrespect to Jeff. But it was still an awesome segment to watch. You dig what I'm saying?
My name's Jeff.
Oh my God, I'm actually showing a little bit of respect and appreciation for the Righteous gimmick.
I mean, that's a good thing, isn't it?
Yeah, I know. It's just like at first I was like a little taken aback by it, a little weirded from it. One half of it because it just looks bizarre, and the other half is that I can't unsee Vincent without seeing him as the lackey for PCO back in the day. But I've gotten over the hurdles. They're an entertaining team to watch. All right.
And yeah, no, this sounds like it was pretty well built, so not bad.
All right, now let's talk about the match of the night. And this was a one-on-one match, which didn't last long. It was AJ Francis going up against the hometown man. And now there is a story behind this. Apparently, on last week's edition of TNA Impact, or on Sacrifice or whatever, Nick Nemeth was brutalized backstage, and we have another whodunit with Ryan Nemeth, his little brother, trying to scramble for answers. And so we get to this match, and yeah, this match was pretty much nothing. Like, it was just a few minutes. The hometown man didn't put up much of a fight. AJ Francis pretty much ran roughshod against him and hit the down payment on the hometown man to pin then win. And then and then we shift over to the bad promo segment, and I kid you not, it's really bad. AJ Francis gets on the mic, and then he openly admits it. Yeah, I'm the one that attacked Nick Nemeth. What you gonna do about it? Ryan Nemeth shows up,
oh my God,
and he tries to step into the ring to try to fight for his brother's honor, but then he cowers away like, no. And I'm like, looking at this like, oh my God, this is so bad and embarrassing.
Nick, never, ever let your little brother try to avenge you. He ain't that man. He ain't that guy. He ain't him. All right? It's never going to happen, and it's never going to be him.
His justification is that, like, yeah, he's coming after Nick Nemeth. He's going after all these guys because he's tired of being overlooked, and he wants to be the face of TNA because he's all about the money, that kind of bullshit. I hate this promo. Like, why did you drag out the whodunit? But then again, this whodunit thing was pretty lame considering we already had another one with Matt Hardy. So,
I have a question for you.
What's your question?
Would you prefer they did another whodunit involving shooting someone in the gut? Yeah, I didn't think so. Yeah, what, you think I forgot?
Who shot Johnny? Oh God, that was awful. But that was so bad. It's good.
But this was just sad.
This was just boring. It was just dumb. Anyways, so I don't have any honorable mentions for this week's edition of TNA Impact, so we're going to go straight over to the main event, and this is a one-on-one contest for the TNA Knockouts World Championship. As the defending champion from NXT, Ariana Grace, accompanied by her fiancé Stax, goes up against Zaya Brookside, accompanied by Laying Lee.
Okay. Two beauties with booties. Well, if rather three beauties with booties, plus Stax.
It's a battle between the Nepo babies.
Zaya Brookside's not a Nepo baby.
Oh, yes, she is.
Wait, what?
Look her up on Wikipedia.
No, what? Who is she spawned from?
I will have the answer for you in just a minute.
Hold on, bullshit. Well, Zaya Brookside's father, Robbie Brooks.
Yep.
What the fuck is Robbie Brookside? What the fuck is that? Oh, he's a retired pro wrestler? Okay.
He was a retired pro wrestler from, he's a retired pro wrestler. And
from like the fucking 80s or something. Okay, I see. Yeah, Robbie the Wildcat Brookside. Okay,
I mean, if that counts.
I don't think it counts that much, only because, like, who? I'm sorry, no one ever heard of him. I'm sorry.
Before the match, she got a video call from her dad wishing her the best of luck. Which is fun. It's okay. I'm not going to shut on it because, yes, it's a nice moment. It's a human moment to have your parent wish you the best of luck. And also, I do love her entrance. Like, I love Angel Wings. It looks great on her. Lyra Valkyria would be proud of her.
Yeah, I would imagine that she is. Also, Laying Lee's down here at the bottom, like, woo!
I'm here too!
Yeah, no, photobomb!
Oh my god. Alright, and then the match is now underway. And this was a pretty awesome match, pretty good main event. Of course, Ariana Grace, in the beginning of the match, Ariana Grace, of course, is wrestling circles around Zaya Brookside, and she has the advantage of having Stax on her corner, and Stax getting involved whenever he gets the chance to. But anytime that Stax gets involved, Laying Lee shows up at ringside to check Stax, making sure.
Excuse me?
Yeah.
What were you gonna do, fuck?
Yeah.
You what, mate?
Ariana Grace looked like she had the match won until Zaya Brookside hit her comeback. She had a series of clotheslines. She hit the running Meteora, a.k.a. the broken wings. And then Stax tried to throw in the freaking Cobra, which is on Zaya Brookside's hands if you zoom in on that picture.
I'm sorry, what the fuck?
Yeah, Stax tried to roll in the Cobra for Ariana Grace to use as a weapon, but Zaya Brookside stopped her in her tracks. And Zaya Brookside has the Cobra.
Bum, bum, bum.
How the hell is it that Santino Marella never got it back? Keep better track of what your daughter takes from you?
Shit, like, how much you want to bet that she stole, like, reefer joints from his wallet or from his drawer as a kid? You know? Like, my brain was about to say, like, out of his purse, but no, he doesn't have a purse. His sister and Ariana's aunt, Santina Marella, has a purse. And she's stealing money out of her wallet.
So, Zaya Brookside tosses the Cobra out of the ring. Ariana tries to go for a roll-up. Zaya kicks out after 2. Then Ariana tries to cheat and grab the TNA Knockouts Championship to use, but the referee stops her in her tracks. And then during the whole chaos, Stax tries to get involved. Laying Lee wipes out Stax with a running tope suicida, and that whole chaos and commotion was just enough of a window for Ariana Grace to hit the fireman's carry into a spinning and knee smash to pick up the victory. Your winner. Yep. There was other pictures. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Sorry. I got too distracted. I got too into it. Your winner, unfortunately, and still, the TNA Knockouts World Champion, Ariana Grace.
Boo! How dare she? You know what? Fucking rude. Mean. How dare she? But, like, at the very least, Ariana Grace, she's working. She's actually getting work in, and she's actually getting her legs in the ring, and that's important.
Yeah, instead of parading around as just the liaison of NXT.
Well, as Ms. NXT, the beauty pageant shit, which was
fun.
It was fun. It was silly, but actually getting to see her in action, proper ring gear, proper work, that's always good. That's always a welcome move. And this is just a thing of like, we're going to continue having her dominate your Knockouts division.
Yeah, and of course, I've read the discourse on social media about fans are being weird, like, oh, these WWE guys, why are they winning TNA championships and shit? And I'm just like, guys, come on, they're telling a story here, okay? I agree that TNA should be treated a little bit better and maybe have some of their guys win NXT championships, but yeah, no, don't worry. Like, they're cooking, or at least I hope they're cooking well. I mean, I don't know anything about cooks. I mean, I know K-Storm's an excellent cook, and I can always count on her.
Thank you.
Now, with that said, Juan, ring that bell.
All right, don't mind if I do.
So, final thoughts on this week's show. So, TNA Impact, great show. They were able to recover from Sacrifice and definitely recover from the distraction of what happened with Steve Macklin and the concussion. They did a pretty solid show. The bunkhouse match was a lot of fun to watch. Tessa Blanchard really putting in a lot of the work, trying to rebuild herself as a TNA wrestler. And the main event was fantastic. Xia Brookside and Ariana Grace, they delivered an amazing main event match, and they deserve all the props. Didn't really care for AJ Francis. I know they're trying to give him something to do because he seems directionalist right now in TNA wrestling. But I don't know, man. I just don't know. I don't know. Now, this week's edition of AEW Dynamite was awesome. I am not excited to see Chris Jericho back because I will argue
Invention making comebacks, baby.
Because I will argue the man is 55 or 56 years old. There's
R-Truth.
Yeah, and R-Truth okay, well, R-Truth is tag teaming with Damian Priest and they're WWE Tag Team Champions, but come on, man. Please don't tell me they're going to do that with him. Tag team with a younger dude or whatever, man.
No, he's their inaugural champion. He's the whole damn show. He's not going to.
Also, Juancho, there's a difference between Jericho and R-Truth. We universally love R-Truth. Jericho, not so much. Now, that being said, this week's Dynamite was also fun. The 6-man tag match was great. I loved watching it. The main event, Mike Bailey really kicked ass against MJF, and I'm so happy to see him being elevated and being featured more on TV. It was great to watch, even with MJF winning, because yeah, of course the bad guy's gonna win. But I really don't care for Jericho. I don't care for Will Ospreay, and I certainly don't give a fuck about Don Callis. Now that I know knowing what I now know about him, fuck that guy. Like, yeah, WWE is bad with all the shit they're trying to cover up with the Janelle Grant lawsuits and everything, but AEW is just as bad with hiring people who are pests or who are rape apologists.
Yeah, no, I don't fucks with that at all.
Exactly. So speaking of WWE, this week's NXT was also fun. They had just like TNA wrestling, they also had a fun women's main event with Lola Vice and Kendall Gray. I don't like the finish because I called that shit from a mile away, but here we are. Los Americanos continue to entertain me on TV. I loved watching it, and they're definitely the right team to go up against the Vanity Project. And yeah, no, I'm looking forward to seeing what happens in Stand and Deliver, especially since they announced that all their NXT PLEs are watchable for free on YouTube. Yay! Take that, Peacock!
Don't you mean ESPN and Netflix?
Oh yeah, that too. Yeah, take that. Yeah, that's what I meant. All right. So, that's going to do it for this week. I make no promises for next week, so I'm just going to leave it at that.
The next week I don't think we should be doing any sort of stream on Wrestle Rewind, only because we got to deal with the moving stuff.
Yes, indeed. So, I hope you guys enjoyed this week's edition. You guys have been fantastic in the chat, and we'll see you back next time.
Yeah, TNA partners with AEW or WWE, they get fucked either way. No way years ago Omega should have beat Moose clean.
I agree. Juan, plug us away.
All right, don't mind if I do. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and everybody between, thank you very much for watching this week's live stream edition of Wrestle Rewind, hosted by Jose Casa. As he reviews for you the best and the worst of three of the most exciting professional wrestling programs in North America today: WWE's NXT, AEW Dynamite, and TNA Impact. Step into the ring every Friday night at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time, simulcasting on YouTube and Kick. Hit the subscribe or the follow button, ring the notification bell to stay up to date on all of our content. Become an inner flocker by hitting the join button, and until next time, continue to follow us on Facebook.com/TheRavensFlock, Twitter.com/RavensFlock13, Instagram.com/TheRavensFlockOnline, Kick.com/TheRavensFlock, and of course, remember to hit the subscribe button and ring that tiny little notification bell right here on our flagship platform, youtube.com/TheRavensFlock, humble home of the Black Files, Los Amigos Play, Wrestle Rewind, and the Ravensflock.
All right, folks, thank you very much for tuning in to another exciting edition of Wrestle Rewind. For Mr. Juan Arouse and Pacer Crossway, I'm Jose Casabona, and this is Wrestling